to Chrome Reviews and the first review of 2011, and the figure is Fate Testarossa from Magical Girl Lyrical Nanoha. No, not Strikers. I'm just so used at reviewing Strikers figures, but this is not from Strikers. It's from the movie first. The first movie that is with Nanoha. That is set in the timeline of the first season, I think. I haven't seen it yet. I've been wanting this figure for quite a while, however, it's been out of stock and finally it was in stock, so I ordered it immediately. Yeah, simple. Let's check the box. First off, the sticker, or in this case printed on the package as it is with those Nanoha figures, is the license sticker there. It says King. That's the location. See here the figure inside and the magical seal here. And the side art of Fate Testarossa, the magic seal there as well. I think this artwork on those boxes from the movie Nanoha and Fate Testarossa is very nice looking. And here you can see the poses on the back, which is very good. Their sight mode and shooting mode and everything. And there it just says Figma. And here it is on the top, the same as this art. So well, let's open this package up and check the figure. Alright, here I am with the Figma Fate Testarossa. And I must say it's a great figure as far as I've seen now. I've tried out articulation and everything. So let's just start off with the sculpture. I think the sculpture is very nice. The detailing is very nice as well. And also the paint job. The only thing when it comes to the sculpture is that the shoulders are very visible joints. However, since he is mostly displayed with the cape, which probably is the point, and the articulation is very good because of it, so I don't bother that much. It's just worth to note. Also, I heard some people say that this figure in particular isn't as accurate to Fate Testarossa. The face, however, in my opinion, it's very good. I think it's just as good as the others. Maybe the Strikers figure is probably a little bit better than those young versions, but I still like this figure very much. So let's check out the articulation. First off, her tails are ball jointed, and the head are ball jointed as well. Torso have a ball joint. And the skirt is loose, so you will just follow the movement. The legs are also ball joints, and the knees are jointed, and the feet are ball jointed. Hands can be swivel and like that, so it works just like if they were ball jointed, but they are like this. And here, arm joint, and of course ball jointed arms, which works as a double joint with one joint in there and one like this. And also the paint job is very good on this figure. It's just so smooth and clean in some way that I do really like this figure. So that's probably because it's a newer figure, it's very smooth and clean in that way. So I think this is a very, very nice figure and have a very good articulation. So by that I move on to the accessories, which is of course the Figma bag. which I really like, which is one of the things that the Actsta figures lack, because you can't store the accessories in a good way. So of course there's the Figma stand, and this of course, there's the extra face. It is for battles and stuff, more serious look. It's a rack of hands for holding her weapon and everything. An extra hair fringe for wind effects. However, the hair here much longer than on that one, so I don't know. Don't really know the why really, but it's nice still. And then there is the cape, which is attached to her back by that peg here, put there. So if you want to have the Figma stand, you can remove this and put the stand through the hole and into her back. And the cape is jointed, so you can have some degree of different movement on this. Now of course there is her weapon, Bardish, which is the coolest weapon in the series. You can exchange the head, removing this. It's very good fit. So like this, to change the alternate modes, which is of course her iconic sight mode. Now the plastic here is indeed transparent. You can see if I take the lamp down and do like this. However, it's not just as transparent as the Strikers version, but it's still very nice. It has this whiter energy in the middle. I really like it. And then finally there is the shooting mode for Photon Lancer, which is a nice attack. So that was the accessories. Now get her posed up and compare with the other two Fate figures that I have, and of course with her best friend Nanoha. Alright, here I am with the posed up Fate Testarossa. And I must say this figure is wonderful to pose. The peg in the back sits a little bit loose on the figure when it goes through the cape, but the cape holds around the figure very well around the neck and stuff, so it still sits very good. There's no accidents really, but this is like a dream to pose. And I like the sculpture and I like the paint job. So overall this is a extremely nice figure. It really captures Fate Testarossa's young look, in my opinion. But there will still be nice to have a version of both her and Nanoha from the original first season, because there is slight differences from the movie compared. Like the shoes of Fate Testarossa is more like armor on the other one. The series one, just like in Strikers with armor. I'm not sure if you have the one armored glove, but maybe I need to rewatch the series. I have it on DVD, so it's just to do someday. So let's compare this figure. First off, to compare her with her school uniform version from Nanoha A. Now this one is slightly taller, so this one is probably a little bit more in scale with the Strikers figures. However, they are very close, some proportions on the heads and everything. So I think they still look good together. That's not that big of a height difference. She is still a lot shorter than the adult version and stuff, or at least a little bit shorter. So I'm not really that much, as long as she's shorter, I'm not that important if she's short enough for exact scale, because Figma is not about scale, it's just about looking good and about collection. So let's bring adult Fate. She is about a head taller. so probably this one is more correct, but that's definitely not a big deal. So I think this is a very nice figure of Fate Testarossa compared to the other two, and also compared to Nanoha Figma. Fate is slightly taller, but I also seen that the act stat, which is in scale, are also correct a little bit. Fate is a little bit taller, so I think actually Fate was slightly taller than Nanoha. So those two looks perfect together. And this is what I'm going to display, those two together. I know they fight in the movie, but they're friends officially according to the series progress, so that's how I display it. Now, a great figure, great addition to any Nanoha collection. And if you like Fate Testarossa, and especially if you like the young version, or especially the movie version, you should really get this. Highly recommended both for paint job, which is very smooth, and posing, which is very smooth. And also I like the sculpture and the effect parts and the whole thing. So I think, while I love the adult version very much, I think this beats the adult version just for the smooth paint job and posing. So that's it for this time. I will soon return, hopefully, if I get some nice thing on my birthday, and also I ordered the Figma Chana. So have a nice time until I return. So sayonara.